The history of the Soviet Union, which lasted from 1922 to 1991, is complex, filled with significant political, social, and economic changes. Below is a concise overview of key events and developments in the Soviet Union's history. Formation of the Soviet Union, 1922. Russian Revolution, 1917. The Russian Revolution led to the overthrow of the Tsarist monarchy and the establishment of a Bolshevik government under Vladimir Lenin. The revolution was primarily motivated by discontent over autocratic rule, poverty, and the effects of World War I. Russian Civil War, 1917 to 1923. After the Bolshevik seizure of power, the Russian Civil War broke out between the Bolshevik Reds and the anti-Bolshevik Whites, a coalition of monarchists, liberals, and other groups. The Red Army, led by figures like Leon Trotsky, eventually defeated the White Army and solidified Bolshevik control. Formation of the USSR, 1922. In December 1922, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, USSR, was officially formed, uniting the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic, RSFSR, with Ukraine, Belarus, and Transcaucasia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia into a single federal union. Lenin's era, 1917 to 1924. War, communism, and the new economic policy, NEP. To win the Civil War, the Bolsheviks implemented war communism, a system of state control over the economy and requisitioning of agricultural goods. After the war, facing economic collapse, Lenin introduced the new economic policy, NEP, in 1921, which allowed some private enterprise and agricultural market reforms, helping to stabilize the economy. Death of Lenin, 1924. Lenin's health deteriorated after a series of strokes, and he died in January 1924. His death led to a power struggle within the Communist Party. Stalin's rule, 1924 to 1953. Rise of Joseph Stalin. Stalin, who was initially General Secretary of the Communist Party, gradually consolidated power by sidelining rivals like Leon Trotsky. Stalin's policies would dominate Soviet history for decades. The Great Purge, 1936 to 1938. Stalin launched a series of purges to eliminate perceived threats to his power. Thousands of military leaders, intellectuals, political rivals, and ordinary citizens were arrested, executed, or sent to labor camps, gulags. Industrialization and collectivization. Stalin pushed for rapid industrialization and the collectivization of agriculture, leading to the creation of collective farms. These policies caused widespread famine, particularly in Ukraine, the Holodomor, where millions of peasants died due to forced grain requisitioning. World War II, 1939 to 1945. The Soviet Union initially signed a non-aggression pact with Nazi Germany, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, but after Germany invaded the USSR in 1941, Operation Barbarossa, the Soviet Union became part of the Allies. The Soviet Red Army played a critical role in defeating Nazi Germany, culminating in the Battle of Stalingrad, 1942 to 1943, and the eventual capture of Berlin in 1945. Post-war period. After World War II, the Soviet Union emerged as one of the two superpowers, alongside the United States, in what became the Cold War.